Hi YouTubers, hopefully about Joe today. Today it's going to be a speculation on the legendary set, on the next legendary duelist set. So let's talk about the Rage of Ra. Okay, there were 3 decks in this deck. In this set, this was a legacy support for other decks. So there was Ra. Ra was first up. Let's talk about Ra when it gives the name away. Ra was a very cheesy OTK deck. It was like, oh, I summon my slime. Summon 2 tokens. I will summon Ra. Oh, I will go. Oh, let me summon a slime. Let me summon a token. You want to go second with this deck. This deck had to go second. And the OTK was there. But it can each just fall on its knees. It was like one of those. It was like but then the next game, oh, a brick. Yep, he didn't do anything going first. Was his play was to go first. That's the problem with the deck. And that's what one of the weaknesses it was with it. Which is okay. Next was McLord. McLord fixed most of the problem actually. I actually was kind of pleased with the McLord support. They kind of fixed one thing with it. They fixed X Mega Deck actually consistent was good. Also you got monsters that can do OTK, so that's good going second. It can't really go first, but that's fine. It could go first to level 1, I guess, and negate spells. So you need to negate a lot more of that. And then there was things like, we're not in a single format, so it was kind of too late. It was kind of powerful before it came out, which is a shame. And then the next one was Jinso. Jinso was very underwhelming. Ginger was good if you use other cards for support, so it was kind of, you need to use Conjure, Slumber, Lightning Storm, then they'll get the OTK going. You need other monsters. You need a lot more pieces, and the deck kind of needed to do itself, which is a shame. Which was a bit of a shame, but this set won't do very much. Look, it done nothing else. You won't do anything here, which is just unfortunate. Next is the legendary deck duelist of obelisk constrictor. Yep, so the decks are obviously Kyber is obelisk. We got Leo with the Metronics. Yep. And we got, well, the constrictors are the Vipers, are the Phantoms, okay? Okay. Now, what these decks will do for each other. Now, it depends. We're going for the same sort of similar premise with the Obelisk set, with somehow, so this will come out this will come out in January 2021. We don't know the date because it could be any date in January. Okay? It's just fair enough we didn't know the date, which is good. So this will be pretty much similar set. Will help out those decks and maybe get people playing them and feel a bit of nostalgia, because it'd be good to just play these decks in January again. It'd just be good in January to play them. That's what I think. First up is Metronics. So Metronics are so they are 5D at deck. 5Ds. They're weird. It was based in Synchro, but they don't really have Power Tool can count as Synchro, so you could say the duo boss monster like Power Tool, but Power Tool's been used in other decks. Okay, Metronics have this thing, okay, when they have attack effect and then have a defense effect. So they have attack effect, like, so let's give this example, the mobile phone one. And do you know what's funny about this sort of time? This is the sort of phone you will have that sort of time. Everyone had this sort of flip up phone. Yeah, everyone had the flip up phone. Okay? And everyone had cameras. Yeah, this is your iPod. Yep, this is your iPod. This was your analyzer. This was this one. This is your, yeah, they all had similar things. That was your mobile. Okay? And basically he went, oh, let me roll a dice. If you roll 4, for example, you look the top 4 of your card set. This was the escalator bit. So they came up with this escalating word in 2008, 2009, this sort of time when they were coming out. So the deck needs, it's like 1 or 2 cards away of actually being broken. First things first, it needs some better tuners. So it needs a boss monster of its own. Okay, so monotronics, so like there was Power Tool. Well, Power Weapon Dragon. Yeah, something like that can be a link monster. They only like a link 2 or possibly even a link 3 because this deck can make a link 3 supposedly. It can. It can. It doesn't seem like it because the facts there's no. It would like I would like a rotor personally, a good boss monster, a link monster, or a synchro, and some good neutrinos to make it with, which should be good. It's just things like that. This deck can do things. This deck is very good. Once it gets going, it gets going. It's like one of those decks. Once it gets going, it can never stop it, which is pretty good and pretty scary for this deck. That's what it needs. Doesn't need too much actually. It doesn't need too much for this deck to actually kind of work. Yeah. And then we got Venom Cada, which is a 5D deck. Now this is one of the worst archetypes ever. Even this deck got good support, it wouldn't even matter. Okay, the thing it needs is to find a way to get reptile. Well, let's talk about Snake Rain. Okay, Snake Rain is one of those cards. It is busted. Like we send 4 reptiles to the grave. That's good, but the problem is with this deck, with reptiles in general, there's new cards can take advantage of that card. Yeah, pretty much. The wrong can't take advantage. Also, with reptiles, if there was a deck that can take advantage of Snake Rain, it'd be good. Okay, that card might be quite broken if someone could take advantage. Mine got banned. Okay, but no one hasn't yet. Okay, so Venom needs cards so you can get it counted a lot quicker. We don't have to rely on Venom Swamp, is the idea, okay? And then you want to rely on cards that can get you counters as quick as you can, as quick as you need to be. Maybe you need a link monster for this deck to actually get going, and that'd be really handy and actually set up the counters like jump, jump, jump. Things like that will be quite cool and quite collective with this deck. That's what you kind of need for this deck, for this to actually work. And have actually a way on the boss monster, the Venom and the snake of the snake deity. It's one of those cards. It's like, what? Look at this text. It's like, oh, can't be destroyed, but can't be destroyed. Periods can't. It's got like loads of attack, and then it gains 3 counters if it attacks. There's got to be a way of making that like a bear boss monster or the link monster comes to Verminaga combo, so you don't have to play this in the main deck. And you still will need to, just in case it doesn't pull off. You have this just for mercies. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But so you have the link monster basically. It's a link 1 or link 2. Link 1 would be better for this deck, but or maybe a link 2 and it just needs 1 Viber. Yeah, and you just go. And just basically does the same thing but much better. It can get you like a rotor. It can be a rotor for the deck, fix all the situations decks kind of wanted to fix on, which is good. It fixes all those sort of problems the deck always sort of had with the deck. And they can be the snakes, who do stuff. Yeah, and if if they can make a deck like Ice Barrels, they just started to make the structure deck of Ice Barrels really good again. Now, because Ice Barrels won it, they could make that deck good. Maybe they could make this deck a structure deck or a set for it. So maybe this could help it. Because I think this deck has potential. If they can give it good support, it could be there. It depends what Konami does with it. Okay. Next one, and the final one, is Zelkai with Obelisk. Obelisk is an Egyptian god like Ra, but it should have got the support. Now, Obelisk is actually seen competitive as success twice. First time with the Dragon Rules. Okay, now why did it come in Dragon Ruler format? It came in because of this. You need to take your 3 normals and you need 3 chippers. Oh, no problem, dude. For Dragon Rulers. Vanish. Oh, that's right. I summon my Egyptian god. Bang! Yep, that's what it was like. It was like pretty much 3 gods can do it in one, and then you get like 4,000. Yep, that's what it was. That's what made it good. That's what made it broken. Okay, that's what you need to do with this deck, which was good. There was another one with Silver, just 22 9. Yeah. So you see, obelisk has had assess in the past, so you just need more assess. You need to make a deck to actually go first consistently, and have a way of attacking obelisk. I think you need to do some attack the cards for this deck, and it might work. Okay, and this time it might be actually compared because it's got actually a good boss monster. Obelisk can be a good boss monster. And it wasn't used in the past, so it was pretty good at its time. And it's bright. I just think they just didn't release it a bit too late for old formats. And yes, it does see a KTC play. I remember playing it sometimes against Thomas Lappin. And it was amazed when he summoned now. I was like, oh, okay, I have to find a way of getting out of this now. And I found those ways, and it worked. So that was pretty good. But half the time we didn't even get the chance to summon. But when he did, it was actually excellent. So it depends what. I think this deck could be good in the future. Hopefully it will be. Hey, right, hopefully it'll be good in the future and stuff like that. Right, that's all the free today. I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe and watch all. Keep safe. Wash your hands. The rules just gone up, so yep, the limit's gone up, so that's not very good news. Hope you keep safe and keep subscribing and watch all. Remember, I won't be here at the weekend, rest of the week for videos. I'm gonna be in Bournemouth. I'm gonna be on holiday down the coast for a couple of days. Okay, for 4 days. So hope you enjoy. I'll be back with a couple more videos next week. Okay, and hope you subscribe and watch all. And hopefully you'll see me getting more plays hopefully soon. Okay, hope you subscribe and watch all. And see you all next time. Goodbye.